Good morning, everyone. Hello again. Don't worry, it's not a mistake. If you see me again, I have a double role, changing it from panelist to have a pleasure to be moderator with you on the second session, technology and ethics in specialized sectors. Welcome, and let me start with Mrs. Dorota Szymborska. She's from Collegium Humanum WSB Merito University, and her speech is on human-centric AI, bringing sociological insights and philosophical ethics in medical and financial industries. Dorota, the floor is yours.
Hello. I hope that you can hear me. Because of the short notice, I decided not to concentrate on the presentation, but I would just have a pleasure to speak with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to be today and to discuss a profound intersection of human-centric AI with sociological insights and philosophical ethics. Especially, as was mentioned before, in the medical and financial sectors. I'm holding a PhD in ethics. My PhD thesis was about autonomous vehicle and Kantian ethics of the decision-making process. But I have also one MA in logic and one in sociology. So that's the reason that I choose this section to be involved with. And my speech will be rather short because I was told that we have only 10 minutes each. So if there will be, excuse me? Okay, so I was told that each of us has 10 minutes, so I will try to follow the rules, but I'm open for a discussion because, as was written on chat, there is only 2 of us in this section. So let's start with the definition of importance of human-centric AI. Human-centric AI is not just about technology, but it's about the interaction with humanity. It emphasized that AI systems are designed around human values, needs, and capabilities, or should be. According to Fei Li 2018 articles in the Nature Machine Intelligence Journal, AI should augment human capabilities and enhance our well-being rather than replace or harm us. And in this case, I can also touch a little bit of one of my favorite writers, namely Isaac Asimov, who proposed robots' laws, and we, I mean philosophers, are still using them because simply nothing better was created. I honestly hope that AI Act, which is proposed by European Union, will not only replace, but will follow the ideas mentioned by Isaac Asimov in 1960, around 1960. Okay. So as I mentioned, AI should augment human capabilities, our well-being, rather than replace or harm us. Human-centric AI refers to artificial intelligence systems and technologies designed and developed with a primary focus on human values and needs. Rather than being driven solely by technical efficiency or profit motives, human-centric AI prioritizes the well-being, autonomy, and empowerment of individuals and communities. In this case, I decide, because this section of our conference is devoted to medical and financial markets. So I will start and try to give some real-world example of human-centric AI. So my first choice was healthcare, and I would like to underline the role of IBM Watson for oncology. This AI system, I'm sure that you are aware of that, but my role in this presentation is just to underline the important factors which could be discussed later on. So this AI system, I'm talking about IBM Watson, assists doctors in diagnosing and treating cancer, but not only cancer, but mainly cancer, but by analyzing the medical information of individual patients against available data on the latest medical research. By focusing on personalized medicine, it augments physician capabilities to ensure patients receive tailored care. I also would like to mention a few more, maybe not so obvious areas of human-centric AI. Second level or maybe area, it could be accessibility. And in this case, I would like to mention Microsoft Seeing AI. This app uses AI to help to visual world, helping the visually impaired understand the surroundings by describing people, text, and objects. And it empowers individuals with visual disabilities to interact more with their environment. And the third area is mental health. In this case, I found out that there is a lot of apps which could be used, but I choose Webot. This is because it's providing real-time responses. It offers support and it could complementing traditional therapy the fourth area where human-centric AI could be placed is education. I work as a lecturer at the university, and I think that adaptive learning platforms are great tools which could be used by students, and they can learn in their individual pace and style, and this tailored educational experience could be very helpful, especially for students with special needs. Okay, I thought that human-centric AI is also involved in transportation. Okay, this is my favorite part, to be honest. Of course, I was thinking about autonomous vehicles. For example, those who emphasize the safety and the human experience, not only Tesla, but there is plenty of companies working on autonomous vehicles and facing a lot of problems like many hands problems. This deals with the responsibility for accidents or the trolley problem. I'm sure that you are aware of Philippa Foot questions about which life should be chosen against another life. Okay, and the last area of human-centric AI, which I choose for this presentation, but I just would like to remark that I think that human-centric AI could be placed in every area, and this is just the choice for this short presentation. So this is the finance. And I was here thinking about AI-driven personal finance assistants, which help to analyze individual spending habits, offering personalized financial advices and saving strategies, and those tools prioritize the individual's financial well-being and well-being. Okay, because I'm running out of time, I would just say that in my work, I used to refer to the Kantian ethics, but not only. I think that talking about AI-centric human-centric AI, it's great to mention Aristotle and his work, which shows that philosophers are always following not only their times, but try to find general answers, and those general answers can be used also when we are talking about AI. And before I will summarize my short presentation, I just wanted to say that human-centric AI it's something which can follow as well rules for humans, and could be arranged in the specific way because of the legal matters of AI. Just short remark that I was also writing and thinking a lot about cooperation of human and non-human, non-protein scientists, and it shows that in our era we face really big challenges. And this Roman sentence that it's kind of wish that you live in the interesting times, could be a cure or could be a huge challenge. And so in conclusion, the integration of sociological insights and philosophical ethics in AI development is just not an academic exercise, but in my opinion, moral imperative. So that's the reason that I decided to take part in this conference, because I think that it's not only the academia where we should discuss the role of AI, but it also clash, I can say, with businesses in these two markets which were mentioned in my presentation, finance and medical. And I think that it will be the end of my short presentation. I would like to really thank you for having me here. And I do believe that these short remarks could be a start of the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much for addressing this important topic. I hope that we will have many questions regarding your presentation and the subject after the second panelist. Thank you very much for addressing this important topic. I hope that we will have many questions regarding your presentation and the subject after the second panelist. As you mentioned, we have much more convenient conditions in this section because we, unfortunately, due to personal reasons, two panelists could not attend it today. But I hope that it will enhance the discussion after this two important presentations. So thank you very much, Dorota. We will come back to you soon. And now I would like to give the floor to Mr. Andrzej Zakręcki. He represents AGH, University of Technology and Science, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering and Robotics, Department of Manufacturing Systems. Hello, Andrzej. Great to have you here. Okay. We see your presentation.
Sorry, I need to change
okay.
the screen.
No problem.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. My presentation is connected with the R&D project, which is connected with the medical orthosis to suit the anatomical situation during the recovery period. The whole project was connected to apply additive manufacturing technology to design and fit and manufacture final medical product to the market. According to our session, about 30 people in the world are affected for the forearm injury. Let's look for the statistics. First of all, in the European Union, in every year, 3 million people are affected for the forearm injuries. Especially in Poland, there is 250,000 people. The problem is mainly connected with the elderly people and the child due to the bone structures as well as the diseases like the osteoporosis. The main tool which is used by the doctors in the problems with the forearm injury is applying white gypsum. This solution is mainly known for the several years, and this is very cheap and this is easy to apply, but it have many problems, like its lack of waterproofness, the problem with the mass of the plaster gypsum, as well as we couldn't apply the proper regulation between the forearm and the gypsum, because our forearm anatomy is changing during the recovery period. So in the world, there are existing solutions based on the 3D printing technology to create the mainly personalized orthosis. So we have many solutions that we can use the 3D scanner to scan the forearm patients and design the individual orthosis. This process takes time, especially about 1 hour for the whole scanning process and prepare the 3D model of the forearm to design product. And according to the applying methods, the design time lasts from few minutes to few hours. And finally, we need to wait for the final 3D printed orthosis many hours or days, depends on the type of additive manufacturing technologies. So in my project, I focus on the applying two 3D printing methods connected with powder bed fusion technologies. So I use the PL12 material from the polyimide feedstock, as well as I apply selective laser sintering and HP multi-jet fusion technology as a solution to prepare the final product. But firstly, we change our idea to design orthosis, and our goal was to create the standards of the orthosis. So we get the knowledge from the different cases. For example, one of them coming from the South Korea, that they create the 3D scan of the whole body and prepare the measurements of the forearm to create the orthosis size. And then another case is connected with the creating the typical shape of face to create the special mask for the respirators. So it was our idea to get the knowledge from these cases to create our design process to the orthosis. So first of all, we create the our station to scan the patients, as well as we find the crucial parameters for the forearm which we need to measure to design the orthosis. After all, we select the three typical sizes of the orthosis, and we select the best 3D scans, and based on this knowledge, we create the standard size of the orthosis. Next, we have done many mechanical analysis, and in case to check the mechanical properties of the parts, because we need to know about the thickness of the orthoses and their weights. After all, we create the complex manufacturing process that we can start printing our orthoses in powered bed fusion technologies. And after all, we create the post-processing process. We focus on the dimension solution that we can firstly cleaning the parts on the unpowdered powder. Later, we can dye components for the different colors. Mainly, we focus on the black color, and after all, we prepare the polish process in the machine to create the smooth structure of the orthoses. After all, we create the complex orthoses that we include the components in the orthoses, which is consisted with the 3D printed parts, internal materials, as well as the regulation mechanism. After all, we have a solution that we can put on the forearm, and we have a regulation system that we can adapt the adjustment orthoses between the forearm. So when we know that it's create the loose, we can only click on the mechanism and adjust the measurement between the orthoses and the forearm, as well as we check our orthoses for the another medical devices. So it is possible to conduct the rehabilitation process, for example, based on the lasers to accelerate the recovery time. So finally, we obtain the solution that we can save the material in the whole process, because we only use the powder as many we need to create the orthoses. So we can also shorten delivery time for the product, because we only select the proper size on the orthoses and we can put on the hand in against to the traditional way using the white plaster gypsum that we can prepare the forearm, take the material, and going to the process that it could be last from 15 to 30 minutes to put the plaster gypsum. And after all, we need to wait about 24 hours that we can obtain the solid material. So the product was implemented in the Ukrainian army. This is the example that we can replace the plaster gypsum that was applied in the first time for our orthoses. So the soldiers could still work after the injury occurred. The project was financed from the 3 different financial sources based on the PARP and the NCBR. As well as the whole work was connected with the industrial PhD in AGH, University of Technology and Science. Thank you for my presentation and time.
Thank you very much. I think it's a really impressive case, a very concrete method applied in order to design, fit, and manufacture medical orthoses. Coming to our discussion, it has been already started on chat. As you can see, the first question regarded our first panelists, and it was about challenges Dorota Szymborska sees in the as regard as AI solutions implementation in healthcare, and how to overcome resistance when implementing such solutions. If you please turn on your microphone, it would be much more easier to hear you.
Yes, It's better. Thank you. I just started and said thank you, Eva, for this question. It was the part of this presentation, but I cut it because of the lack of the time. And as I mentioned on the chat, I just copy paste what was written in my materials. I found not only I think that scientists found 5 main challenges in implementing AI in healthcare. For sure, that could be more if you go deeper and dig deeper, or if you are, for example, the director of the hospital, or you are working in the case of Poland in NFZ. But I think that the trust issues could be quite problematic because many medical professionals might be skeptical of AI accuracy and reliability, preferring human judgment over machine learning. It is still happening. Even I mentioned the Watson and then oncology, but also in radiology, and not all doctors would trust AI. The second was training and familiarity. There is a learning curve associated with new technologies. Medical professionals might need to invest time in understanding how AI tools work. I think that all of us need to understand how AI, especially those new things like, for example, generative AI like ChatGPT or something new. And I also thought about data privacy concerns, which I think are faced, for example, in AI Act European Union. Integration with existing systems, I think it could be also problematic, and those ethical concerns which can help us ensure that AI solutions meet medical standards and ethical consideration which are involved in medical treatment. I think that especially thinking about those departments of hospital which deal with the patients in serious condition and are using algorithm in helping to recover them or save their life. It could be very challenging to choose and give the answer like it was mentioned before. It could look like the trolley problem, and it could be more ethical and philosophical question that not only questions for doctors, but for those who program the healthcare machines, let's call it like that. Okay, I don't want to monopolize because I see that there are questions for Andrzej, so I'll finish with that, okay?
Okay, sure. We have first questions from the public. Mr. Maciej Chojnowski.
Yes. Hi. Hi once again. I have a question for Dota. You said that nothing better was created than the 3 Asimov laws of robotics. And what do you think about the requirements and the guidelines produced by the European Union, by the European Commission on trustworthy AI, or similar documents produced around the world, for example, the one produced by the OECD? I mean, do you think that's it's kind of new value added to this discussion, or it's something that is not enough to discuss, to put the discussion further on as far as the Asimov laws of robotics are concerned?
Okay, thanks for the question and hello, because we didn't see each
Great
other
to
for
see you.
a long time. I think that first of all, we need something. And this AI Act, which I mentioned 3 times, I think, during my short presentation, it's something which could be really useful because nowadays, I know it as a philosopher, but I'm sure that those one who are lawyers and are involved more in legal matters realize that we face a huge gap which has to be fulfilled with rules for AI. I think that the idea of trustworthy AI and what's included in AI Act, that the AI is divided into more or less or not at all trustworthy AI. It's the way which we can organize or try to organize somehow the role of AI, because I think that stopping or trying to close or trying to avoid AI definitely is not a solution. So as soon as we will face the problems and I mean the authorities will create the rules, it will be better to have any rules that have no rules. And I also think that it could be really problematic if there will be no such an act, AI Act in, I don't know, China or even in US, because then the speed of development of AI could be different in all continent and in the rest of the world. I think it's a little bit similar for climate changes and climate saving discussion, that I think it's not enough to sign the paper, but to follow the rules. But I try to be optimistic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Before moving to questions from Mr. Zakręcki, I would like to also ask Dorota for one question concerning apps you mentioned that refers to mental health care. Can you give us some examples of such apps and those ethical consideration you are seeing in their implementation?
Okay, so I thought about WeBot, but there are also, for example, ChatGPT is used as a kind of medical advisor, mental health helper, let's put it in this way. And what is problematic, not only from the ethical but also legal perspective, is the privacy of our data, how they can leak or could be used against us. And there are also analyses and papers showing that ChatGPT or another generative AI could be more authentic for people and easier to talk with about mental health issues. So I think it's a huge challenge, and I think that I can connect it to the first question about these legal issues connected to AI, because for example, now I will be scary to ask about my mental health problems to any apps, not being sure where the data will be saved, who will be able to look deeper, or maybe I will be just used to profile the advertisement sent by, I don't know, Meta or another company. So I think that the main issue is to the privacy, and then we follow the questions and the challenges which I mentioned before. I think it will be that.
Thank you very much for your contribution to this discussion. And moving to Mr. Andrzej Zakręcki, we have a question on application of orthosis, 3D printed orthosis for open access, and is it possible for ourselves to such orthosis by ourselves? I'm not sure if our panelists are still with us or some technical issues. Appearing. Fortunately, we don't have any answer on this questions. Oh, here we've got.
Do you hear me right now?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, according to the first question, our goal was to create the standard sizes of the orthoses, and also we select the proper methodology for design, and also we have done the selection of the proper technology that they have the special medical certificate according to the biocompatibility. So our goal is to create the solution by our rules, as well as we create and deliver the typical sizes of our orthoses to the final customer. But on the other hand, we think about the license, but it's something like the next step, because we need to have a trust partners that they know how to build the orthoses in the same way like my company, as well as we have done some tests with, for example, for the FDM technology to print the orthoses, but the quality and the mechanical parameters are much worse than the powder bed technology. So for this step, it's better to order orthoses directly from the MediPrinting company.
Sure. Thank you. And the next question is about the threat of massive data models as a base for creation of product results in potential biases of exclusion.
For our goal, we have a data for our internal servers, and we collect data based on the 3D scans from the forearm, and after all, we create the standard sizes of the orthoses. So our output is only the STL file that we can print the orthoses. So we don't have enough space for the data, because we do everything internally. So we don't have to send the models with the big weight from the another people. So everything is done locally, because we need to focus on the deliver the final product, not sending the data.
Thank you very much. What about your further plans after orthosis and this successful projects?
So the next steps are connected with find the next customers that we can implement the product, and think about the another solutions connected with the forum. For example, a few months ago we have done the projects for the surgeons that we could implement the solution for the planet operation for the surgeon, that we can implement that kind of orthosis as a part of the system, that we can operate the patients, and after all we put the hand in our new type of the orthosis, that we can start the rehabilitation process. And another way we could think about the another part of body, for example, for thinking about the leg, and create this for another type of body.
Sure. Okay. Is there any questions for our speakers from the audience?
It wouldn't be a question. I think it's a conclusion that I talk about something really theoretical. I mean, like how AI could help or could work with human, and what Andrzej showed after me is that we can really use algorithm to help people, and I think that it's really optimistic, and it shows that I'm not talking about only a theory, but we can go deeper into practice, and it's really optimistic. And I even, it was quite difficult to me to follow what was said about these productions methods, but it shows that AI could be used for goods, and I think it's a great conclusion of these two presentations.
True.
I agree according to my project, but first of all, my thought is connected that firstly we need to do some processes and things by manually, because we need to find some schedules, some pattern. And right now I think that we have some repetitive patterns, and I could implement the AI for our design process because we have enough data for that case.
You always need a training set, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And I know what kind of things are working, and what we can what is repeatability. So I know how we can automate some things right now. But in the beginning of our story, it isn't obvious what we can automate and how we can do it. Because my example, for example, is connected that we can design the orthosis manually, because we need to, first of all, we need to think about the shape of the orthosis and the rules how it should work. But after many trials, we know how to do it, and in the another software we use the generative design methods to design the orthosis. So we create the simple algorithm to design the orthosis. But after we gather the data from 200 patients, so we know the pattern right now.
Okay. Thank you very much. I can't see any further questions, but to sum up, I think that everyone can agree that technology and ethics are intertwined also in specialized sectors, as it was mentioned by our panelists. Thank you very much for your input in this discussion and very interesting examples. Just to stick to agenda, we will start the third session on ethics and sustainable development in the context of techno-social challenges, right exactly 2:45, as it was stipulated in the agenda. So thank you very much for your attention, and we see each other in a half an hour. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.